Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this tasty beef stew recipe. If you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss a single recipe from me. All the measurements will be available for you in the description box below. So let's get started. So I'm starting off with my beef, and I'm using quite a good fresh cut of beef. I've got the exact type of beef that you need to get in the description box, and I've just chopped it up into smaller manageable pieces, and then I'm just going to add that into my pot, and then I'm going to immediately season that with salt. So I am working on a low medium heat, so you don't need to have any water in your pot or anything like that. Just gonna put the lid on for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to let that cook on its own for 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, I'm just going to then mix it up a bit just to distribute it and to allow other parts of it to get cooked through. You'll notice not all of it is browned, and that is fine. We're not trying to brown everything. Okay, we're gonna move over to the seasonings, and I'm starting off with the chicken stock pot, and I'm just going to be adding that in there. Next, I'm going to be adding paprika, and the reason for this is I just want to give the beef stew a nice vibrant color. And then I'm going to be adding some curry powder. I am using medium curry powder from Robertson's Raja Spice. And then I'm going to be adding some beef stock, and I'm using the cube, and I've just halved it, and I'm just going to crumb it into the pot as well. And then I'm going to add 2 cups of water. Okay, so in the first step we're going to be adding 2 cups of water, and then lastly I'm going to add some tomato paste. So once I'm done squeezing all that tomato paste in there, I'm then going to just mix it up in the pot just to evenly distribute all the flavors and spices that we have just added in there. And then we're gonna allow that to cook for 45 minutes with the lid on. Okay, so after 45 minutes I've just checked up on my stew, and then I'm just going to mix it up just to get the top meat also going towards the bottom and cooking a little bit better, and then I'm going to check up on it again after 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, this is what it's looking like. So the fat has started to render off, and that is what gives our beef stew the great amazing flavor that we like. So at this stage I'm then going to go ahead and add the vegetables. So I'm only going to add basic vegetables. I don't want my beef stew to be very complicated, so I'm starting off with some potatoes, which I've cut to the same size, and then to that I'm going to add 1 cup of water, and then I'm gonna mix the potatoes into the beef stew just to make sure that it cooks evenly and almost taking up the same amount of time it needs to be in the sauce basically, while we continue to cook our meat. And I'm gonna allow that to simmer for another 10 minutes. So after around 10 minutes, my potatoes should be somewhat softened. They won't be completely softened, but we are still going to continue to cook. You're just going to mix up your stew again, just to distribute your potatoes and your meat inside the skillet. And then we're gonna go on ahead and add our second vegetables, which is thinly sliced carrots. And I've decided to slice mine diagonally. I just prefer it that way. You can slice your carrots whichever way you like. And then I'm going to add half a cup of water to the pot, and then I'm going to leave the carrots on the top so that they steam. And then I'm going to season those with some rosemary, and I'm just seasoning the carrots with the rosemary just to also allow it to steam and become plump. And then I'm going to add it and mix it into the stew at a later stage. So steaming your carrots at the top will just help them retain their shape and also their color. So after about 10 minutes of steaming my carrots, I'm then gonna go ahead and then mix it up into my stew. And I'm basically going to be using a fork to first check if they are cooked and then distribute them equally inside my stew. Okay, so at this point I've taken opportunity to taste if my meat is also done. I know I'm not the only one who tastes their food before they serve it, so I'm just tasting my meat and I found that it is almost done. So I'm just going to season my meat with a little bit of salt, because I think the potatoes absorbed most of the salt that we added in the beginning. So I'm just gonna add the salt again just to season the sauce, mix that up just to distribute it in the pan. And then I'm gonna allow it to simmer for another 10 minutes. Even though it's done, I just wanted to make sure that it gets completely done such that it's falling off the bone, and then I'm going to serve it up. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe and you're going to try it out. I had served mine with some steamed bread. If you want to know how I made the steamed bread, I'll link it in the description box below and in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.